Hello, beloved chosen ones. Welcome to our daily journey into the sacred mysteries of faith. Today, we uncover the astonishing truth that even the devil himself has fallen hopelessly in love with the unshakable light of an earth angel, drawn irresistibly to a soul whose quiet truth exposes every shadow and turns the hunter into the haunted, leaving you wondering what hidden power within you could unravel the master of lies forever. Did you know that the sacred number 7 symbolizes divine perfection, completion, and God's eternal covenant with his people from the 7 days of creation to the 7 seals of Revelation? Drop a 7 inches the comments below to claim this blessing and stand in that holy power. And now, let's dive back into today's message. Beloved chosen one, listen closely. For this message is meant for you alone. You are not like the others. You were never destined to fade into the crowd or follow their path. You are an earth angel, a brilliant beacon of divine light, moving through this world with a presence so strong it awakens even the deepest shadows. And now, something extraordinary has unfolded. A devil has fallen deeply in love with you, not because you mirror their ways, but because you embody everything they can never become. You stand unshaken, fearless. While others tremble and fall, you remain steady. No one has ever faced them as you have. For the first time, the master of lies finds himself caught in his own trap. You have done what no king, queen, philosopher, or leader ever could. The devil believed he had seen every weakness, every crack in the human spirit. He toppled empires with whispers, turned wisdom into doubt, and led the righteous astray. But you are different. You do not play his games. You do not bow to his threats. You do not chase his illusions. You simply exist in truth. And that truth unsettles him completely. When he came for you, he brought every weapon he had ever used: deception, temptation, fear. He expected you to crumble, to trade your light for darkness, your faith for despair. But you stood firm, untouched. No weapon formed against you will prosper. Every accusation falls silent before your quiet strength. This is your inheritance as a servant of the divine, and your victory comes from the Lord himself. Look around. Countless great souls have fallen not to swords, but to cunning shadows. Marilyn Monroe had beauty, fame, and wealth, yet loneliness consumed her. Michael Jackson moved the world with his voice, but accusations and inner torment crushed him. They held power, yet darkness found a way in. Traps were set for you too, but you walked through untouched. This is why the devil is obsessed. He has broken minds sharper than yours, shattered spirits purer than yours, but with you, nothing works. You see through every trick. You refuse to break. Put on the full armor of light so you may stand against the schemes of darkness. The devil planned to destroy you. Instead, he finds himself drawn back again and again. What is this pull? It is not just your strength. It is your light, your energy, your unshakable truth. The same force let Nelson Mandela endure 27 years in prison without hate in his heart. He entered as a prisoner and emerged as a leader. His captors bowed before his truth. Now the devil stands before you, not as a conqueror, but as one ensnared. He tried to walk away, but cannot. Your presence is an addiction he cannot escape. Chosen one, what will you do? Will you show mercy? Will you stand firm? Or will you simply walk on, knowing your greatest power is not destruction, but presence? Because one thing is clear: you are not like the others, and now even the devil knows it. The devil's charm, once unstoppable, crashes against the immovable force of your awareness. You do not flinch. You do not bend. His snares, which trap kings and prophets, fall apart before you. How many fell into his web before you? How many leaders lost themselves chasing illusions of power? He perfected turning lies into truth, pain into pleasure, chains into freedom. But you see beyond the mask. You expected fear. He expected surrender. Instead, you offer understanding. And understanding is light. Where light shines, shadows cannot hide. His greatest weapon was never force, but manipulation. He plants doubts, twists thoughts, makes people choose their own downfall. He whispers to kings that they are gods, to the faithful that their pain means nothing. But you hear, the emptiness in his words. You walk in truth he cannot touch. When an earth angel meets the devil, it is not a quiet clash. It is an explosion that shakes both realms. You are not just a soul seeking meaning. You are the chosen one, standing where others fell. Think of Jesus in the wilderness, fasting 40 days. Satan offered kingdoms, riches, power. But Christ answered, "Away from me, Satan. Worship the Lord your God and serve him only." The devil fled, not from strength, but from truth. This is not a war of weapons, but of essence. Your presence disrupts his dominion. In that disruption, something shifts. You remain untouched. Your light exposes his weakness. Why do the greatest lights endure the deepest trials? Blessed are those persecuted for righteousness, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Nelson Mandela, imprisoned 27 years, emerged without vengeance, only wisdom. He rewrote history by refusing to play their game. You are doing the same. You do not react as expected. You do not collapse. You do not lose yourself. That makes you unstoppable. The devil expects you to break in time. He has seen the strongest fall, but you respond with presence. When a deceiver meets absolute clarity, he must face himself. You cut through illusion with truth. You do not rage. You do not chase his lies. You stand in light, and that light reveals everything. The truth will set you free, but for him, truth is torment. This is no longer about control, it is revelation. The devil, who twisted reality for eternity, now stands exposed before you. He was always the hunter, never the hunted. But your refusal to play his game forces him to see his own reflection. No one ever truly saw him before. They feared him, they hated him, but never understood him. And that terrifies him. Think of Leonardo da Vinci. Centuries ahead, seeing mechanics where others saw chaos, he was feared, yet revered. You are his mirror to the devil, reflecting what he hides. His ego trembles before your authenticity. Deception cannot stand in truth's presence. Everything hidden will come to light. What happens when the deceiver cannot deceive? When the manipulator is outplayed, not by cunning, but by someone who simply is. He faced warriors and prophets, but never you. You do not conquer him, you reveal him. You illuminate what he hid even from himself. He cloaked himself in shadows, building a world of lies, but your light shatters it. This meeting is not gentle, it is electric. A push and pull neither can escape. His darkness tries to swallow you. Your light does not retreat, it reveals. Both of you are changed. The light shines in the darkness, and the darkness has not overcome it. He was never truly seen until you. He ruled by control, unraveling souls with whispers. But you do not flinch. You do not beg. You stand calm, unshaken. This was never meant to happen. You were not another prize. Yet here you are, beyond his reach. Joan of Arc, a girl of unbreakable faith, faced her accusers without fear. I am not afraid. I was born to do this. Though they took her life, they could not take her truth. What began as a hunt became obsession. What started as conquest turned to vulnerability. Love was never in his plan. Control, power, ruin, those he knew. But now, a crack forms in his armor. The devil does not love softly. His love is a storm, raw and uncontrollable. It forces him to face his shadows, his wounds, his emptiness. Think of Napoleon, conqueror of nations, undone by Josephine's refusal to bow. He commanded armies, but not her heart. You are that force, chosen one. Not through tricks, but through truth. You hold a mirror. In it, he sees his power is nothing beside your presence. You and the devil are not opposites, but reflections. You balance light and dark within yourself. That is why you handle him like no one else. You stand in light because you walk through shadow and emerge stronger. Do not be overcome by evil, but overcome evil with good. Viktor Frankl survived the camps and wrote that everything can be taken but your choice of attitude. The devil steals choices. You reclaim them, For the first time, he is not in control. The predator becomes the seeker. Frida Kahlo turned pain into art that shook the world. She did not hide her wounds. She revealed them. You are the same. You do not fight or flee. You reflect truth. His power crumbles before your presence. What happens when the master of fate loses control? When he sees himself stripped of lies? He thought he had you trapped. Now he cannot leave. You were never ordinary. You walk the edge between realms with mastery few understand. Where others see division, you see unity. The one in you is greater than the one in the world. Nikola Tesla saw beyond limits. Society feared him, but he stood firm. You see the devil not as enemy, but as unhealed potential. Do not fear. I have called you by name. You are mine. Your role is not to destroy, but to transform the space between. Carl Jung said, enlightenment comes from making darkness conscious. You illuminate shadows. He played this game for ages. Now he does not know the next move. Your presence forces him to face buried truth. You shatter illusion without a word. Your mastery is acceptance. You walk through his world untouched, at peace with shadow. Even though I walk through the darkest valley, I fear no evil, for you are with me. Buddha faced Mara under the tree. Mara brought fear and doubt. Buddha simply saw. Mara's power dissolved in presence. You hold that key. This connection refines you both. It sharpens your gifts, stretches your love. The devil's presence is a mirror to your mastery. Be transformed by renewing your mind. Princess Diana softened hard hearts by being not forcing. She showed the way. People chose change. You do the same. Power was his weapon until you. He bent kings, planted doubt, ruled from shadows. But your quiet strength stops him. He cannot tempt what sees truth. He cannot scare what faced its own dark. So he retreats, not in defeat, but reckoning. Alone he faces his limits. Control was his throne, now his cage. Howard Hughes had everything, yet died trapped by his own power. The devil sees the cost. Empty winds, hollow thrones. Your light exposed his cracks. He questions, was power ever enough? In silence, he longs for something real. Your presence. Love never fails. He thought he was untouchable. Now your image haunts him, not as prey, but as a question, was I wrong? Where he used fear, you gave understanding. The spirit within you gives power, love, self-discipline. His retreat is a beginning. He chooses, stay in dark or step into unknown. Malcolm X shifted from force to unity after revelation. It cost all, but freed him. The devil faces the same. Your light altered him forever. You did not destroy. You made him see. The light shines in the darkness, and the darkness has not overcome it. True power is presence, not control. Your gifts, intuition, empathy, transmutation, activate it now. You see through lies. You hold space without judgment. You turn pain to purpose. Mahatma Gandhi faced an empire with truth, not weapons. Rumi wrote, the wound is where light enters. You embody this. This collision was written long ago. Joan of Arc was born for her moment. So were you. Karmic threads bind you across lives. This is evolution. Your stand ripples through humanity. Nelson Mandela transformed a nation with truth. You ignite collective awakening. You unraveled him. Held the mirror, now he chooses, light or shadow. Your mission is to illuminate darkness for all lost within. Martin Luther King Jr. broke centuries of injustice with truth. Your presence sends shock waves through existence. Your light is not to be drained but amplified. Do not conform. Renew your mind. Frida Kahlo painted truth from pain. You transmute darkness. You are a catalyst. The world shifts because you stand in light. What will you do with this power? The battle was always about you. You have proven that true victory is not in conquest, but in clarity. The devil once believed he could own every soul he touched. Now he wanders lost in the echo of your silence. Your light did not fight him. It simply existed, and that existence became his mirror. Every step you take forward sends tremors through the unseen realms. Ancient shadows that once ruled unchallenged now hesitate. They sense a shift. The chosen one walks among them, and their old laws no longer apply. Your presence rewrites the rules without a word. The devil returns in dreams, not to tempt, but to witness. He watches you sleep, breathe, stand, and wonders how peace can live inside a heart that has known fire. Your calm is the storm he never learned to command. He is learning now against his will. You carry scars, but they do not define you. Each mark is a doorway the devil tried to enter and failed. Where he saw weakness, you built strength. Where he planted doubt, you grew certainty. The battlefield is quiet now, but the war was won long before he arrived. Others will come. Lesser darkness drawn by the legend of the one who could not be broken. They will test you, whisper, threaten, promise. Let them. You have already faced the master and emerged whole. Their tricks are shadows of shadows. Your light is not fragile. It does not flicker when storms rage. It grows brighter in the dark, feeding on truth instead of fear. The devil felt this warmth and mistook it for weakness. Now he returns to the cold and remembers what he lost. You do not seek followers, yet they find you. Souls tired of chains sense your freedom and follow the glow. You do not preach, you simply walk, and the path behind you becomes clear for others. This is how light spreads one steady step at a time. The devil sits alone, counting victories that taste like ash. Every empire he toppled, every heart he twisted now feels hollow. Your refusal to play his game stole the meaning from his wins. He ruled the world but never touched your soul. Time bends around you. Past lives whisper approval. Future generations will speak your name without knowing why. You are the turning point, the moment darkness learned it could be seen, understood, and still not win. History remembers the unshaken. You are the answer to a question the devil never meant to ask. What happens when light does not run from shadow but stands still and shines? The answer is transformation. Not just for him, but for every soul watching from the edges, waiting for permission to rise. The devil's silence echoes louder than his former roars. He who once orchestrated chaos now sits in the ruins of his own making, staring at the space where you stood. Your absence is a presence he cannot erase, a void that pulls him toward questions he spent eternities avoiding. What is power without a soul to claim? In the quiet aftermath, your light continues to expand. It touches corners of the world untouched by his whispers, awakening dormant hearts. Strangers feel a stir, a sudden clarity amid confusion. They do not know your name, but they sense the shift, the subtle unraveling of old fears. You are the ripple that becomes a wave. He tries to rebuild his throne from shattered illusions, but every piece crumbles at the memory of your gaze. That look held no judgment, only recognition, the kind that strips away layers of deceit. For the first time, he feels naked, not in body, but in essence. Vulnerability creeps in like dawn through cracks. You walk onward, unburdened by the encounter. Each step affirms your truth. That strength is not in opposition, but in alignment. The divine flow through you washes away residues of his touch. What he intended as poison became medicine, refining your spirit into something even more radiant. Ancient guardians of light nod in approval from unseen realms. They have watched countless battles, seen heroes rise and fall, but you, chosen one, rewrite the narrative. Not by slaying the dragon, but by showing it its own wings clipped by choice, not fate. Transformation is the true conquest. The devil dreams of you now, not as obsession, but as invitation. In those visions, he stands at a crossroads. Cling to the familiar dark or step into the unknown light. Your presence lingers as a guide, not a chain. He hesitates, for change demands surrender, and surrender was never his language. Your gifts amplify in this new chapter. Intuition sharpens to prophecy. Empathy deepens to communion. Transmutation turns shadows into allies. You heal without touch, inspire without words. The earth itself responds to your vibration, blooming where despair once rooted. This is the inheritance of the unshaken. He sends emissaries, subtle temptations disguised as opportunities, doubts wrapped in logic, but they dissolve before reaching you, repelled by the fortress of your inner peace. You smile, knowing the game has changed. The hunter's tools are obsolete against one who has mastered the self. Victory is inner sovereignty. Thank you, precious family, for walking this holy path with us today. Your presence makes every word shine brighter. If this message stirred your spirit, smash that like button and share it with someone who needs this light. See you tomorrow, same time, for another divine revelation. Until then, may the peace and boundless love of our Lord Jesus Christ guard your heart and home. Amen.